Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Hopefully everyone had a good evening. Um Today is a day of subtle energy. The energy today feels very calm, relaxing. Right now in California where I stay at, it's very windy, it's rainy, but it feels very good. Like the storm has arrived and change is here. Um but we have to embrace it. I'm gonna do something different today. I want to do something different. I'm gonna start the day with a prayer. Actually, two prayers. So I want to start this day with a prayer. I feel good about the day. I feel very. What's the word? The word is hopeful. That's the word. Hopeful. So I'm gonna do a prayer right now in a little bit. I'm gonna wait to see a few more people show up, and then we'll start doing a prayer, and then we'll continue with today's lesson. Um, I know there's people that are going through difficulties right now. We all are. But there's a sudden shift happening. There's a shift happening, so we have to sort of embrace this energy. All right, all right. So right now, what I'm gonna do is do this prayer. You guys ready for this prayer? Let's do this prayer real quick. Ready? Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, we come before you in reverence and humility, recognizing that you are the source of all life and all protection. Your word, eternal and true, guides us in every moment. Today, we also turn to La Santa Muerte, your servant and messenger, entrusted with guiding us through the trials and the challenges of this earthly life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. O Santísima Muerte, just as God leads us to still waters and green pastures, you remind us that death is not an end, but a transition, a path prepared by the Almighty for our spiritual growth. Help us trust in His provision and in your care, knowing that in every hardship we are sustained by divine love. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Santa Muerte, as the guardian of this threshold between life and eternity, guide us toward peace amidst chaos. When the waters of our lives are turbulent, walk with us, calming the storm of fear, doubt, and despair. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me into the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Restore us, Holy Mother Death, through your sacred presence. In your cloak of protection, shield us from those who wish us harm. Guide us on the righteous path that leads to spiritual awakening, ensuring we remain faithful to God's purpose for our lives. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Santa Muerte, in the darkest valley of life, when danger surrounds us, when we face betrayal, loss, or uncertainty, stand beside us as a vigilant protector. Let your scythe cut away through the chains of evil, and your light illuminate the shadows, reminding us that God Almighty is our refuge. Together, you ensure that no evil shall overcome us. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Holy Death, through God's power, transform adversity into triumph. As our enemies gather, may your presence remind them that we are under divine protection. Anoint us with wisdom, humility, and courage, that we may face every challenge with grace and strength. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Santa Muerte, help us walk in faith, trusting that God's goodness surrounds us. Always, may your presence remind us of the eternal promise of life beyond death, where we will dwell with the Almighty in the house of endless light and love. Santa Muerte, you are not the end but a guide, not a terror but a comfort, not a curse but a blessing. Just as God shepherds our souls, you shepherd us through the trials of mortality, showing us the eternal hope that lies in Him. Bless us, protect us, and empower us to stand strong against the evils of the world. Together with God Almighty, guide us to live with purpose, love, and unwavering faith. Amen. Is there anyone that speaks Spanish here? Do we gotta do that in Spanish or not? We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. You know what? I'm gonna do one more because because it's my live and I feel like it. um, let me do one more, and then I'll start today's teachings. I just felt like today with I feel like with the winds and the rain, I feel certain ways. So I feel certain ways. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do this really quick, and then I'll start today's lessons. All right, here we go. If they have eyes, may they not see me or discover me in the shadow or in the light. If they have hands, may they not touch me. If they have feet, may they not find me on my path, and may they not be able to reach me or catch me. Do not allow anyone or anything to surprise me from behind, nor let my blood spill in vain. Do not permit my fate or death to be violent. Be my guardian against any ill intent, both seen and unseen. Protect me from envy and adversity, ensuring my life is filled with blessings. Keep hunger at bay, ensuring my home is always blessed with abundance. Banish misfortune from my side, filling my days with fortune and joy. Keep my paths open and illuminated with your divine light, and may my days be filled with blessings. Do not allow evil to destroy me. Let your divine power pour over me and shield me from all wickedness. Do not let my enemies see me fall. With your help, I shall always stand. You know, you who know my sins and also my faith, be my refuge, my protector, my strength. O Santa Muerte, do not forsake me in this uncertain world. Guide my life, my path, my destiny. O my faithful comforter. Amen. Si tienen ojos, que no me descubran en la sombra ni en la luz. Si tienen manos, que no me toquen. Si tienen pies, que no me encuentren en mi camino oculto y que no puedan alcanzarme. No permitas que me sorprendan por detrás, ni dejes que mi sangre se derrame en vano. No permitas que mi destino o muerte sean violentas. Sé mi guardiana contra cualquier mala intención. No dejes que la envidia me consuma. Protege mi vida de toda adversidad. No permitas que el hambre llame a mi puerta ni entre en mi hogar. Concédeme siempre la bendición de tu ofrenda. No permitas que la desgracia sea mi amiga. Haz que la fortuna y la felicidad llenen mi vida. No dejes que mis caminos se cierren. Ilumina mi camino con tu luz pura y bendiciones. No permitas que el mal me destruya. Permite que tu poder divino me inunde y me proteja de toda maldad. No dejes que mis enemigos me vean caer. Con tu ayuda siempre permaneceré de pie. Tú que conoces mis pecados y también mi fe, sé mi refugio, mi protectora, mi fuerza. Oh Santa Muerte, no me abandones en este mundo incierto. Guía mi vida, mi camino, mi destino, oh mi fiel consoladora. Amén. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, de nada. Amen, lovely. Thank you for being here. So again, today's energy for me, like where I'm at, it feels like a release. Like all this pent up tension. You could hear the wind howling. You could hear sort of the release, right? Of the pent up energy. And you know what? To me, everything correlates and nothing is just because. Um I don't know where you guys are at right now. I don't know where anyone is at, but here's the thing. The if you hear it, I don't know if you can hear it. The wind is it's howling so loud right now. And again, I it doesn't shake me, right? The winds may shake my house, my foundation. The winds may shake my fence. The winds may threaten to fucking, but the winds are releasing all this negative energy right now. Oh boy, it's raining where? Where you at? So to me, there's no coincidences. I correlate everything with the way I feel. I know I'm not that important in the big scheme of things in life and death. I'm merely human. Los Angeles, all right. I'm from LA originally. Right now I'm in Riverside County, but I'm from Wilmington, California. I'm from LA. Born in East LA, moved to Riverside because it was more affordable about 4 years ago. Um, so good. Big hugs to Atlanta, Marty. Much love to Atlanta. Um, so again, I woke up today and I laid in my bed for a little bit to gather my thoughts and gather my feelings about shit. Um, I don't just get up like I used to anymore. Hi, Claudia 81. I lay there because I'm old. If I get up fast, I might fucking pop a hip or some shit. But I lay there usually and I meditate, I think. And when I woke up, it just felt different today. There's a lot of energy again that can be released if we understand the energy that's out and about. And if you guys understand what I do here every day, I try to I try to make sure that I'm a benefit to you, not a not just a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like today, if you have time, do some introspection. Look within, look within your soul, within your heart, within your fucking mind, and see what must be released, what must be embraced, what must be identified as your anxiety, your fear, your anger, and identify what is your joy, happiness, and let's say overall well-being. You must learn to embrace one and not the other. A lot of us walk around with, hate, not knowing that we're so hateful. Everything is a problem. Nothing seems to make us happy. Everything seems to be working against us. But we need to stop and reevaluate and do some introspection and look within, because 9 out of the 10 times it isn't the world around us that's the problem. It's the way we feel. It's the way we've been mistreated. It's the way we remember things. It's the way this, that, and etc. What happens to a person when the use la Santa Muerte to do evil? When you do, I'm gonna answer that real quick because that's a good question. When somebody uses her for evil, there's a receipt. There's a debt. Everything is paid for it. When you use her for vengeance or just to be evil, there is a receipt that stays. But what you got to understand is, Santa Muerte, like God, embodies everything, light and darkness, you know, good and evil. So when you're devoted, you can tap into that evil side. If you're not devoted, you can too, but there's a bigger receipt. So, as they say, you pay for everything, right? When you ask for vengeance or an evil deed, it will weigh on your soul, and there will be something that you have on your scale that's going to weigh you down. If it's for pure evil. Now, if you do an evil act upon someone that's wicked, and it's more of it's a necessary evil, then most of the times there won't be a receipt. And these receipts can come back in life or in death. If you wish somebody harm, and she grants you that that wish, it could be today, tomorrow, a week, a year, 5 years from now. When you least expect it, harm may come upon you. It's a receipt. If the person you wished evil intent on was just because you hated them because they made more money, or they had a better car, or fuck that bitch, she's all happy, then all that energy that you put towards them eventually ferments. It's like you're putting it in the oven. it's gonna fucking ding one day, and it's gonna fucking come out, and you have to fucking take that fucking loaf. You know what I mean? So everything has a receipt. Like there's people that do, let's say, black magic, witchcraft. If your son's taking care of her, it's not a problem. So I have her in my house, but I moved with my mom. She doesn't approve of her, which would be mad. No, I was talking about this last night. You got to respect people's spaces. If your mom doesn't approve of her, that's your mom's house. Respect it. If your son is taking care of her, that's fantastic. And if you can't take care of her, you send it to me, and I'll take care of her. So what I was going to say earlier is eventually everything does come full circle, and it doesn't matter. There's people that ask for bad things, and it'll come back at some point. Um, there's few people like there's practitioners or people that do black magic, people that do evil things. Those people that do a lot of black magic and evil things, they always have a lot of pets, a lot of dogs, a lot of cats, a lot of birds, a lot of cats, birds, shit like that, because they die constantly. When death comes to collect, it might take a life of a pet, of a dog, of a cat, of a bird. So when you see practitioners with a bunch of animals in their house, like I'm talking about like 8 dogs, 10 cats, it's there for protection. Amarres, I've always talked about, are not good. They go against God's given right of free will. When people come to me for amarres, I explain all the negative things that can happen, and I try to warn them against them. When you take somebody's free will, and that's God given. When you take someone's free will that is God given, you also tamper with that dark side, because you are now taking away, one of God's promises, the gift of free will. And let's say you make an amarre. Let's say you're a female and you have a man that you want to tie down. What happens is, if that amarre takes hold, it becomes it becomes like a negative, bizarre energy sometimes, because you might bring out the worst in them. They might be super jealous and super angry because where were you? It's been 5 minutes. So the obsession becomes real big sometimes, and it backfires. Most people that do amarres will then pay for the amarre to be undone at some point, because it becomes too tense or too intense and too toxic. So a man may turn into a raving, jealous guy, and sometimes, there wasn't any kind of battery before, but when the amarre happens, it becomes so toxic that then hands maybe like it just becomes a mess. And I explain all this to people, and again, I always warn against them. Amarres are not a good thing. Like to do an amarre on somebody is to go against God's will, and that also carries a price. And I know there's people that on TikTok and YouTube, that's all they do. They advertise themselves as the expert in amarres. Well, that is not that is not good to do. There are some cases where amarres might be a good thing or necessary, but it's very far and few in between. But amarres, again, like the same thing, they become toxic. They become, violent. They become aggressive. They become too dependent to the point of not being able to function by themselves. So an amarre does work, but it works in a more demonic way, if that makes sense. Yeah, boy, I don't give a but when people do a bunch of misdeeds, they do surround themselves with pets and animals. And that's why, like, when you see, if you ever see someone that's a brujo or a bruja, and and they have a lot of dogs, and they have a constant, things of cats, it's because death comes to collect for all their misdeeds. But at some point your luck runs out, and you pay the piper, as they say. Compa Lira, those are good questions. Thank you for the questions, bro. Te agradezco. Te agradezco por las preguntas. I like good questions. Again, um, I'm not here to ever speak on behalf of my belief. I'm here to speak on the behalf of truth. And the truth is, you can't take away free will. You know what I mean? You shouldn't take away free will. And there's times I've done amarres, and what I do is I explain to them full heartedly all the all the things that can happen. And then, if I have to do it because money is a factor for me, I wipe my hands clean of it. You know, I wash away the sin from myself, because I did the best I could to explain the ramifications of those acts. Hi there. I have a question. If you know that someone has an attachment or a demon attack, I could see it. Yeah, I can help it, compalira. Estela Rodriguez, esa reina, it's always over a girl, man. Fuck. You know that a lot of people has lost their life over a female, and shit like that. It's amazing. Hi, meow 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 meow. Are you getting tired of that, or should I stop doing it already? Yeah, you can inbox me. Hey, crazy. Um, how are you? Let's set up a time to call today. Right now, I was on my live. I think I got a message from you right now, but hopefully you're up, and I could text you and call you. Oh yeah, whenever I put money on the altar, Sharky, she knows that I struggle. So if I gotta take money off the altar to pay a bill, I don't gotta pay it back because she's gifting it to me. She's mom. And all right, crazy. I'll text you and see if you have time. Um, we all pay for our mistakes eventually. Boy. Meow. Should I stop doing it? Is it getting annoying? Thank you, meow. How do you know she's okay with what? How do you know she's okay with what, Taurus Queen? Yeah, you can inbox me. All right, I won't stop, meow. I won't stop. So again, if you guys do feel like you have attachments or people are working against you, we can help you guys. And let's say, like, el compa Lira, because if you struggle, like, let's say I have money on my altar right now, but when I gotta pay the mortgage, I'm gonna have to pay the mortgage. I'm gonna be like, hey mom, I gotta take this. And like a mother, she's not gonna say, no cabron, chingate. Like, that's mean, no, she's gonna be like, all right, take it. And I don't gotta pay it back, because she's love, she's life, she's death. You know, money to her isn't anything. Money to her is useless. It's more of the act of giving her something that's valuable to you. Like, to her, what the fuck does she need with money? You could put $100, you could put a penny. To her, it's not the value or the amount. It's the intention of goodwill and love that you're putting on her altar. So with that same intent and love, she will give it back to you so you could be okay. You know what I'm saying? So to her, money isn't shit. She's not gonna get the money and go get a Louis Vuitton bag. She's not fucking be like, oh shit, I could finally get those red bottom shoes. No, no, it's the act that matters. It's the devotional act of putting money on the altar. And again, you could put $100, $1,000, or you could put a fucking penny. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Is this about Santa Muerte? Yes, it is. No, it's about sunflowers. It's about sunflowers. No, it's about Santa Muerte. Yes. But does that make sense, Taurus Queen? You know what I'm gonna say? Put some nails on your altar, pray. Baddie nail tips. Let inbox me, see if I can help you. Because sometimes what you do, I do it all. I do it all. I try to teach first and foremost. I try to guide and help, and I do trabajos. Um, her history is not that complicated. God created life. Life needed balance, so He created death. Death has been around since the beginning of life, not just humanity, but life itself. Without death, there is no balance. Everything would be run amok. Everything would be, perpetual, and there'd be lack. You know what I'm saying? So death was created by God to set balance. You're welcome, Estela Rodriguez, as Esa Reina. So what I'm gonna say is, I know a lot of people say that, oh, Santa Muerte is Mexican, she's a Latin America deity, or no, she goes beyond um um a civilization or a culture. Death is universal. Death is for us all. So she comes to us in many forms for different generations and different timelines. She's come as different energies. I believe she's Anubis, Hecate, Macuatutuil, Kali, Azrael, the angel of death. She's all these death energies because she presents herself in different ways to different peoples and different cultures to better, be accepted by them. So the same with God. I believe God is God no matter how you name him. The higher power, the source, the all father, whatever you want to call God, I believe is one and the same. He just different times or through translation, things have changed. Um, because if you notice, every story that's religious or spiritual has the same context, almost the same storyline. When you give her blood, you have to be really committed. Like it's almost like a blood oath. Hey, Craven Blanca, how are you? I do practice, blood rituals with her. Because I've been with her for a while. When you give her, when you give her a sense of who you are, I'm good, Craven. Right now, I'm good. Let's see how good I am when it's time to pay the fucking mortgage. Hopefully, I can get the money up. When you give her your essence, you are giving her permission to be with you perpetually, and she gets, she knows who you are. We all may carry blood within our veins, but our blood is very much um exclusive to us. Like we may share the same blood type, we may share, all these things, but our DNA structure is only you that carry your type of DNA in your blood system. So when you give her your blood, it's like you're giving her like permission to put a GPS tracker on your monkey ass. You know what I'm saying? So I do that so she knows who I am. Whatever cologne or perfume, also like once in a while, I'll put it on the altar so she can identify who I am at every fucking time. That may not make sense to some people, but trust me, it makes sense to some of you all that are here right now. Like whenever you have any identifying marker that she has, it's like she has LoJack on you. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. I could be fucking wrong. I could be right. Take it how you want to take it. But again, when I put blood, it's that pact that I'm down with you. Like this is it. So whenever you decide to give her that droplet of your essence, make sure that you're all in. This isn't something that you can just be like, it's a fad, it's fucking cool, blah blah blah. Like I do that with her and every statue almost. I prick my finger and I put my essence on her so that she knows who I am. That's just how I do it. But again, that's going to be depending on on you. So if you plan to do a blood oath with her, make sure you're ready to be committed. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, I'm gonna do this, and then you go on to the next thing in your life that is, the next big thing, or your next adventure, or your next, thing. So just make sure that if you do that with a deep understanding and respect for what you're about to do. Thank you, Craven Blanca 13, for my roses may be blessed now forever. My Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. So good questions from y'all. So if you guys, again, when you guys need help, just inbox me, and we'll go ahead and help you out with that. So there was good questions by El Compa Lira and by I Don't Give a and this and that. So thank you. So again, today's a good day to do some introspection. Look within you, see what must be released, what must be embraced. See what changes you can make to better yourself for tomorrow. Today is a wash. Today is a day of just doing introspection. So today is just getting your ducks in a row and getting everything aligned. So tomorrow you start the next chapter or the next step of your journey. It could be your spiritual journey, your financial journey, your love journey, whatever it is that you think you have to readjust. Today is a good day to make that adjustment. And again, today is a wash. Again, don't expect to make leaps and bounds of progress today. Today is when you plan, when you look, when you do the introspection, and then tomorrow your day begins anew with a new mindset, hopefully, with a new drive, new ambitions, new determination to get a better job, to be financially secure, to be a good person, to be more spiritual. Whatever you think your life lacks at this moment, today is a day to make the adjustments. Does that make sense? Thank you, Ophelia R. Osuna, for being here. Thank you for the follow. May be blessed now forever. May Santa Muerte protect you and God guide you. Thank you for that. So again, I'm gonna stress this today, and I'm gonna say it. Introspection is the hardest thing to do when you have to sit and evaluate yourself and look at yourself, because to be real with yourself is to be brutal with yourself sometimes. And a lot of us refuse to look at our own mistakes, our own problems, our own issues, because it's hard for us to see where we have sort of either fucked up or let ourselves go astray. So self-introspection, self-reflection is one of the hardest things to do. And I've been saying this for a while. I don't always use a red thread for a petition. It depends on my petition. I have different colored threads for different colored things. What are you trying to petition for? Like, if you're doing love, it's red. Binding, I do black. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. So again, when you have to be brutally honest with yourself, you have to be able to see yourself in the true light, and pick out where you or things around you are not right. I got answers for you, JV. I'll text you in a little bit. All right, I looked up that picture. I'll text you in a little while. I've just been busy and tired. I've been fucking trying to run around and do everything, so I apologize. Protection and peace of mind. I like protection. I like black for protection as well. You can do white for those two combinations, Sharky. Again, you would think I'm about to start knitting. I have all the colors, yarns and shit. Like I'm a fucking yeah, black and white. But it looks like I was like I'm a fucking knit or crochet some shit. Like I have all the colors of the yarn and string. So I would do white or black and white, but white, because even the white energy can be protective. So white is a solid color for that. Um, so yeah. Anyways, what's the just the question? What's the question? You got a question? Shoot. What's better, this thumb or that thumb? Um, anyways, so introspection, looking within yourself, the hardest thing you might do today, but try to do it. Like where do you fail yourself? Where your anxieties come from? Where does your fear come from? What does your lack what does your lack of come from? Like, again, it's hard to look at yourself with a microscope and try to identify it. But again, today, like I said, is a day. It's a wash. Today's just a way to sort of align yourself for tomorrow and the days to come. Today is a good day for restoring your path, not starting it, but restoring your path or creating a new path, but not walking on it. Just a question. What is the question? All I see is just a question. Are you trying to be funny? Because I don't see a question. All I see just a question. Did anybody see his question? Or is he trying to just be funny? Put your question down, I said, and I'll answer it the best way I can if I know it. If I don't know it, I'm not gonna pretend to know it. So this is something you guys could take away from me. Is he trying to be funny? Because all I see is just a question. Oh, you're trying to just be you're trying to just all right. No, he's trying to be disruptive. Yes, we know that. Good for you. Your name should be Jabroni, bro. Because I mean, come on, man. Jesus loves you too. Thank you for stopping by. He's trying to be disruptive. He had no question. He wants to draw attention to himself. Anyways, so introspection is be one of the hardest things to do. Make sure you align yourself before you try to look at all your flaws, though. Okay. Um, I'm spreading my gospel, so thank you. Um, when you, I cannot stress enough the next thing that I've been saying for a long time to you guys. Set boundaries for yourself. Set boundaries, set intentions, but sometimes we get treated the way we allow people to treat us. We don't hold them accountable for the way they treat us. We don't hold ourselves accountable for the way others people treat us. And we don't hold ourselves accountable for the way we treat ourselves. Set boundaries, set expectations, set 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 those kind of things that just, again, a lot of us have a misconception that the world is against us. It's really not. We just got to learn to set boundaries. And again, we are treated the way we allow people to treat us. If you set boundaries for yourself and for others, uphold them. You shouldn't be in a relationship or a friendship that hurts you. You shouldn't be anywhere that makes you feel small or unappreciated, unloved, anxious, or fearful. The boundaries we set today will help you live a more productive and prosperous life tomorrow. So always, always, que así sea Ileana Vélez, que la flaca siempre la cuida, ¿ok? Que Dios la guíe y la Santa Muerte la proteja. So boundaries need to be set, and just go forth today and do that introspection that you sorely need. And after you do the introspection, start to formulate the boundaries that you are going to live your life by moving forward. What do you mean, Justice? Where do you have her? And what space do you have her? Where do you plan to put her? All right, while you say that, I'm going to continue with the lesson today. Um, do you have someone else that lives in your apartment? Who lives in your apartment? You can put her in a common area if the person is going to be respectful of your stuff. If not, you put her in a place that's private. Do they respect her in that sense? Because if she likes kids and babies, it's not a problem. So as long as no one's going to look at her with, evil or stink eye, then we're good. You don't have. All right, cool. You could put her in a common area. I have her here. A lot of people have misconceptions of where to put the altar, and it has to be. Look, I have her all over my house. In the entryway of my house, this is my bedroom. I sleep comfortable with her here. A lot of people, oh, you shouldn't put her in the bedroom because blah. Nah, this is it. This is her home. This is her fucking master bedroom. I sleep with her. She don't sleep with me. I sleep with her. And I sleep like a fucking baby. Before I had my altar in my room, I struggled to sleep. Putting the altar in my room or the statues in my room have made me fucking. All I do is lay down and gaze at the altar, and peace comes over me, and bam, night night, motherfucker. No, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. And before, I remember I struggled. I get a sense of peace and serenity with her here. So wherever you feel that she belongs is where she belongs. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And again, if your baby or if your sister and her baby have no problem with her, then you can put her in a common area. And if they have a problem with her, then you've pretty much got to put her in a place where she's not gonna have evil or ire thrown at her. Dude, if you saw my bedroom, you'd be like, damn, this was sick with it. You know what I mean? But again, like, she's all over my place. I have one over my door as a protector. Um, she's all around me, and I feel loved and protected. Anyways, good question there, Justice Rivera. Um, so introspection, set boundaries. All right, set boundaries, and again, when you when you do your introspection and you set your boundaries, be real about it. All right, be real about it. What I mean is, be realistic on the boundaries you set and the introspection, because you're not liable for everything. So don't no, be realistic about it. Be authentically real. Um, if you set boundaries, don't set boundaries either that are fucking super fucking like crazy. Like, oh, if I date someone, they gotta make $1 million now because I'm tired of these broke motherfuckers. And nah, like, set real, authentic, realistic boundaries. Like, I'm not gonna take any kind of negative, energy. I'm not going to let anyone disrespect me. I'm going to respect myself enough to not fall into these patterns again. Set boundaries that are going to guide you, not make you a morality knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my new boundaries are I only date guys with fucking Porsches or fucking Ferraris. Like, no, that's not it. That's not going to work. It's not realistic, and it shouldn't be done that way. So set boundaries that will make you move forward in a better light, and that will keep you, let's say, happy, with less anxiety, less problems, and less negative energy. So be truthful when you set these boundaries for yourself and realistic. I'm not here to say, oh, you deserve, to date someone that makes 250 grand a year because you last broke fools, da da da. No, just stop dating dumbasses and deadbeats. You know what I mean? It's a simple fucking adjustment. You don't got to go from one extreme to the other. So set realistic boundaries for yourself that you can sort of make progress on. And as you make this progress on the boundaries you set, you can always adjust to better your situation. I want you to make realistic steps. I want you to make realistic adjustments. I want you to make realistic, movement toward peace and tranquility and enlightenment and overall contentment. Good morning, Hawk baby. By the way, last night we got into talking and I still got no fucking cake. I got no pancake, no chocolate cake, no fucking carrot cake, no fucking donut, no fucking Twinkie. God damn it. I'm cakeless still. I don't know how we got about talking. We started talking about offerings for the altar and sweets came up. They started talking about, cake, red velvet, tres leches they put on the altar. I'm all like, what the fuck? I'm all like, that shit sounds good. And I got no fucking cake yet. All these cake teases were like, yeah, I'll get you some. I haven't got none in a minute. So it's like, no, it's not my birthday. I just want cake. It's not my birthday. I'm just a cake motherfucker. You know what I mean? I like cake. It's simple. It's not my birthday. They were talking about cake, about putting on the altar. Even for, because again, Dia de los Muertos coming up. So I just like cake. You make cupcakes. Cupcakes are good. Cakes, delicious. I mean, hey, but it was such a fucking look, I'm diabetic, so I got a sweet tooth. And I'm telling you, when I get that piece of cake, I'm gonna shoot an extra shot of insulin in my fucking stomach so I can fuck that shit up. But it was like, I still want cake. The urge for cake has not stopped since fucking last night. I woke up with wanting cake. So y'all fucked me over for fucking bringing it up. Anyways, so introspection. Shit, I'll fuck Ariel out. All I need is one cupcake. I'll tear that shit up. You know what I mean? I don't know. I live in a big but small town. I don't know. I moved here 4 years ago during COVID. I didn't do much exploring, and I'm really a hermit. I stay indoors. I don't like going out much. I really, really, I just stay home. So I don't know if there's any bakeries or any fucking nothing. A while back, I went to a bakery down the street. It was fucking, I'm not gonna talk shit, but it wasn't good. It was not good, and it was a Mexican bakery. I didn't like the bread. I'm a fucking cake snob. Fuck, I guess I'll say it. Like, I'll eat it, but if it's not good, I'm not gonna go back for it. So there was a bakery here that I didn't like. And I'm gonna tell you, I even bought a torta from them. The torta was like, if I would have just cut a bolillo, put ham and cheese, mayo and mustard, and that was it. I was like, this is I could have done this shit at home for like half the price. So I didn't go back there. There's a donut shop, but I don't know why donuts right now ain't feeling you know what? I fucked up. Let's get back on the teachings. I'm so sorry. That's how much cake fucks with me, because thank you. Gracias, JM. Mijo, I'm old. I don't know how old you are, but I'm old. But thank you so much, JM155. Gracias. Thank you for the love. Have a great day. Look, I'm gonna get off the cake subject because it's a sore subject because I'm still cakeless. But I wanted to share, like last night, that conversation came up and we talked about it for a good 15, 20 minutes. Just cake. Cake. Thank you, Crawford and GM, for the gifts. May you be bless now and forever. May Santa Muerte protect you and guide you. Thank you so much for the gifts. So I woke up a craving of a cake still, but I I will move on from that because I'll have to make a run. Maybe I'll go to a supermarket, see what they got going, and just try to buy something, or even I guess I guess tomorrow when I pick up my kids, I can try to get cake somewhere. That sounds like a plan, I guess. That sounds good. Maybe. All right. Anyways, moving forward. So do introspection, you know, see what has to be different so tomorrow you start anew. Um, Set boundaries. Don't be one that gets everything aligned with introspection and continues moving forward, not expecting people to change around you. Thank you, Craven Blanca. So again, set boundaries. When you set boundaries, be realistic, and also be realistic when you do your introspection and look within you. I'm gonna tell you, Hawk Babe. Here we go. You're trying to taunt me with cheesecake, but I'm not a big cheesecake fan. I like it. I don't love it. My favorite dessert. I said it last night. Who was here last night? Was my favorite dessert? Bonus bonus question. What's my favorite dessert? I'll give you flan. Flan. And I mean that kind of flan that has that fucking that caramel that puts you in a diabetic coma. That shit. I don't want no fucking gelatin type situation from a box. I want the flan. Flan, 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 flan. Flan. You know what I'm saying? And with that fucking that sugary goodness on top and soaked at the bottom, where the bottom it's slightly browner. Ugh, that's like fucking food porn for me, man. I'd be like, "Mm, eat that shit." You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. Um, as you can see, I like flan. All right. Um, that's how much I like flan. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Did I get too graphic? I got too graphic, huh? My bad. Anyways, let's move forward. Introspection, boundaries, being real with yourself. Um, and when tomorrow comes, move forward with intention. Move forward with an. I hope we're all adults because I be saying some way out shit sometimes. Again, just so you guys know, I'm spiritual. I'm devoted. I'm not a priest. I'm not a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, again, there's a difference. I don't claim to be holy. I don't claim to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm a spiritual person and I do the best I can to be a good person, but I'm not a priest. I'm not a saint. You know, at heart, we're all sinners. And obviously, my sinning side shows here and there. But, you know, like Claudia says, we're all adults, no worries. All right, cool. Um, Move forward with intention. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, whatever you saw today and planned for tomorrow, and the boundaries you set moving forward, when they're in place, move forward with intention. Move forward with the resolve to make it happen. May she rest in peace, Craven Blanca 13. Que Dios y la Santa Muerte la tengan en Santa Gloria. Así sea. All right. Much love to your mother. Tomorrow, as your old self is in the rearview mirror and you start going forward on your new journey on this road, don't look back. A lot of us have the bad habit of always looking back. And when we look back, we draw that energy with us. We bring it with us. Use your newfound clarity to move forward, and don't be blinded by the rear view mirror as you're driving away. You know what I'm saying? We have the tendency to look back, and we tend to go back to the things that held us down, the person, the place, the actions. We go back to that energy. So tomorrow, when you wake up with the intention of being a new journey, a new destination, a new traveler, don't look back. Make actions towards your new goal. Make steps towards your new self. Make steps to your new journey. Make steps towards your new love. Make steps to your new abundance. Take steps towards your new found happiness. A lot of us here right now, including myself, we live in a constant dread of tomorrow. A lot of us here have that constant dread of what will come and even what has happened. Why do you dread it so much when tomorrow is full of possibilities? If you make it so, why do you dread tomorrow? Why do we fear the unknown of tomorrow? Because we fear what we don't know, right? But if you know in your heart that tomorrow will be a better day, then make it so. Make it so. Make tomorrow your day. Make tomorrow the first day, and it's going to sound cliche and corny as fuck. Make tomorrow the first day of the rest of your life. You know, it's corny as fuck. I get it. I understand how corny that sounds. But why not? Why not? Talking about corny, I love cornbread too. Just wanted to put that out there. So make tomorrow count, but make today count. So make today a day of introspection. Make a day that you can reflect upon the mistakes, the errors, the hardships, the negativity, and set boundaries for tomorrow. Because tomorrow we can shape it, mold it, and live it. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's just, we have to face it with a bold, fucking reckless abandon, and with no fear. No fear. If you are devoted to Santa Muerte and you believe in God, you should be fearless. You should not dread tomorrow. You should look forward to a new day. Because every day given to you is a gift from God and protected by Santa Muerte, by the death energy, however you call it. So don't let tomorrow fill you with dread. Don't let tomorrow make you fucking uncertain. Don't let tomorrow put fear in your heart. Let tomorrow be the day that you take back what is rightfully yours. Your smiles, your laughter, your happiness. All that shit is attainable. And as I say that, the sky begins to cry. Take tomorrow back. Take tomorrow back. It's yours. Tomorrow should never be a day that puts dread. Tomorrow should not be a word that puts fear in your heart. Tomorrow should not be an uncertain thing. It should be a thing that you get to go into and live it, embrace it, and be fulfilled. It isn't a day to dread. It's a day to welcome. Tomorrow will be here quicker than you know, and every tomorrow after that, until we have no more tomorrows. And if you're gonna live every tomorrow with fear, if you're gonna live every tomorrow with regret, what life do you want to live? What life do you want to live? You want to live a life that you're in constant fear of tomorrow? Or do you want to live a life that tomorrow brings you happiness, abundance, love, peace of mind, overall contentment? When we move forward, knowing the changes we must make from the errors we made, and we set boundaries so that we don't fall into the same shit, we can move forward confidently. But the problem is, a lot of us don't identify how to take the next step and not fall in the same pit. It's easier than you think, but it's hard to do because we are afraid to do the introspection and look within us, because it's so hard to say that was your fault, Victor. Victor, you fucked up. Victor, you did that. Victor, but it's hard to admit when we do things that set us behind the fucking, start line and put us at a handicap. But when we look at ourselves and we see the truth, no matter if you made mistakes in the past, you will still make mistakes tomorrow. But the mistakes tomorrow don't have to be the same mistake you've been making over and over and over and over again for fucking years. Try making new mistakes then. Because we're all going to make mistakes. But tomorrow, you shouldn't carry yesterday's mistakes till tomorrow. Leave them here today. Do introspection. Set boundaries. Be realistic with your boundaries. And move forward with intention. Hi, Queen B. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? So trust me when I tell you, tomorrow could be a whole new day. Tomorrow can be like the day that begins a new chapter for you. You got to be willing to fucking write it, though. Am I being too fucking pushy today? I'm sorry. Am I being too pushy? Or is this making sense to some of y'all? Or am I being too so fucking like, oh, quick break. All right. Al rato voy a salir a buscar lo que tengo que buscar. It's raining over here too. All right. Tell me, I want you guys to keep me in check. If I get too fucking preachy or too fucking pushy, you guys, hey, motherfucker, kick back. You know what I mean? Like, just kick back, fool. And again, I'm going to say this right now. And this is something that's been on my mind, and it's just bugging the fuck out of me. You guys ready? You guys ready? I still got no fucking cake. Like, fuck. I still got no fucking cake. I'm still cakeless in California, y'all. It's fucking pathetic, I swear. You like pushing this? I'm gonna get pushy with you then, Queen B. Any cake right now. You know what? My favorite cake, honestly, is carrot cake, chocolate cake. Well, actually, tres leches if it's done right. You see how it went from being super serious to making you laugh? That's the power of positivity. You know what I'm saying? Texas. You know what? Texas, it's how many hours the drive? A cake can stay moist. All right, Queen B, I'm gonna be pushing with you. Vas a ver. I'm gonna push your boundaries so you can release some things you need to release. So hopefully you don't hate me for it when it's time. Well, it'd be worth the drive for me. I don't know about you. It's hot in Texas right now. It's finally cold. I live in a desert area where it gets really hot right now. It's the first day that. Well, I got a little bit of sweat right here, not a lot, but I'm a big boy. You know what I mean? I'm a big boy. So usually, if I don't got the fan on, my AC is broken upstairs, I'll be sweating like a hog. Right now, it just feels nice. Anyways, I get off the subject. Introspection, Set boundaries. Be realistic with your boundaries and the introspection that you do for yourself, and move forward with intention. Don't just talk about it, be about it. How many people have heard that saying? Don't just talk about it, be about it. Don't just fucking plan to succeed and fail to yourself. I used to be in real estate and mortgage, and there was a lot of times I've seen Tony Robbins and all these fucking people, because I used to get free tickets for these events, and I would go see them, and people would get so pumped up about tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do this, and yeah, I'm gonna fucking, and their energy goes all the way through the roof, and they feed off this energy, and they get suckered into signing up for like some plans with Tony Robbins for fucking $5,000 and this and that, and they're so pumped up because everyone's sharing their energy, high energy. Oh my god, this is amazing, this is amazing. And the moment they leave the room, their energy starts to fucking go down. They start to assimilate back to the real world, and the energy drops and drops and drops, and all the new things, all the new expectations that they had set for themselves in that fucking high energy moment starts to dwindle down, starts to sort of evaporate. And the next day they make some calls because Tony Robbins, and I'm gonna make these phone calls, and I'm gonna fucking, and then it keeps going down and down and down and down until they're back to the original state of nothingness, and they're still struggling. I bring that up because if this moment is making you feel good about tomorrow and the introspection and the boundaries and moving forward, I don't want to Tony Robbins you to where I get you worked up to a fucking way of, oh yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a good day, but you don't do shit about it. So right now, together, let's do some introspection. I'm too nice sometimes. I'm a sucker. I'm also very vindictive. I hold a grudge like no other. I care too much at times, but when that dispels, I don't care at all. I may be a big sinner at heart. I may be. Gracias, Dora Isabela Herrera. ¿Cómo estás? Mucho gusto. There's so many things about me that are hard to say, that I got to say in order to fucking fix it. I'm you know, sometimes I procrastinate a lot. I'm a procrastinator. Um I can be someone that is very I guess I guess grudgy. I don't know, like there's lots of things, again, like it's hard to do it. And it's hard to do it in front of people, but it's harder to do it in front of yourself. So whatever it is that you think you need to change, do it with me. You don't gotta tell me what it is. You just do it with me right now. Gracias, Dora Isabela. ¿De dónde me está comunicando? ¿Dónde se encuentra para mandarle un saludito? I'm I'm pushy at times. I need to learn to hold back. Oh, saludos hasta Colombia, pues, pero de Venezuela en Colombia. Que se la pase bien. Que mi Santa Muerte siempre la cuide y mi Dios la guíe. Gracias por estar aquí. Saludos a Venezuela y Colombia. Gracias. Gracias por el amor y gracias por seguirme. Y espero que le guste las lecturas de cumpleaños. Y todos los días pongo lecturas de cumpleaños, lecturas para la gente en general y pongo rezos también para que ojalá, si es seguidora de la Santa Muerte o si simplemente Dios, um, para que las vea. Gracias. I'm trying to say things and I want to say some things about myself, but it's hard to say it. Ariel, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for all the work you do. Ariel is fixing some of my statues for me. And again, she took some puppies off my hands that I'll try to save. And Ariel, thank you so very much for being here. I really, really appreciate you and your brother. All right. So again, have a beautiful day. May Santa Muerte always be with you and God always guide you and Santa Muerte protect you. I need you protected because you gotta finish my statues. Like, bueno, mire, Dora, que mi Santa Muerte siempre la proteja y que mi Dios siempre esté con usted. Y si ocupa ayuda, estoy dispuesto a ayudarle. Good, because those fucking puppies were driving me nuts. Your baby's fucked up all my shit outside, so good. I want to say I'm dependable at times. Sometimes I lack dependency. I want to say that my faith is unshakable, but sometimes it falters. I'm going to say that I'm always pretending to be happy or okay, but I'm not. So there's a lot of things that I am that are good, lots of things that are not. And it's okay to have that introspection with yourself. And again, be vulnerable with yourself. You have to be able to look at yourself realistically. And I'm gonna do this today after we do this live and do it because there's more things about me that are harsh that I don't want to say out loud to you. It would be freeing to say it out loud, but it just feels like it'd be too much. But it's something that's hard to do when you think about it. We are quick to criticize everyone around us for all the things that they lack or whatever, but when we turn the eyes towards ourselves, it's difficult and it's hard and it's a rude awakening sometimes. So take a moment, and again, if you're doing it with me, I appreciate it. Hi, BB, how are you? And if you don't do it right now, do it later, but do it today. Do it not because I asked you to, not because I said so, but because you need to. I haven't looked for him yet, Mama Rachel. I'll look for him in a little bit. I have a mess in this room. I gotta look for this shit. But once I find him, I'll let you know. Isn't it lovely? I love the rain. I love the pitter patter. I love it. Who's doing some self reflection right now? Do you know God? I mean, not personally. Like, I talk about him a lot. I think we're on good terms. But do I know God like that? Like, nah, he has a very, very small circle. I'm not in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to really know God in that sense, there's a few of us that are that anointed. All right, Amy Hilton. Let me know when you guys are done with self-reflection. Because it hurts after a little bit to understand these things. Sometimes it's healing though. I'm still thinking in my head about myself, and there's a lot of things about me that I want to change. And I want to be more productive, be more abundant, and that starts with me. Like, no procrastination. Set good goals, follow through with the goals. Don't get distracted. You know what I mean? Again, we can ask forgiveness from God, from Santa Muerte, everything, right? But you got to forgive yourself too. They're crazy. And I'm going to talk to you today. So hopefully we can get you squared away. So again, like, it's difficult. Like, there's lots of things, like, like, I'm a guy, I'm a sinner. There's lots of things that I know I should be different about. There's lots of things that, I need to sort of work on. And it's hard when you really sit down and think about it, because having true introspection and seeing yourself, sometimes I think I'm a monster when I really look at the truth of I've always said it. Being bad comes so much easier to me than being good. I work hard at being good. And I'll be honest, I'm not that good sometimes. I'm still a sinner and all that shit. But being bad comes so easy that right now, when I'm trying to think about all the things about me, I need to fucking really work on shit. That was random. No, I don't put paper towels and plates in the sink. No, that was random, but that made me laugh. That's funny. All right. I get it. I rant all the time, Margarita. Um, Blessings to you, Lady Phoenix. ¿Cómo estás? Have I given you enough time for self-reflection? Should I move forward? All right. Inner peace will come after you set your boundaries and you have, move forward from your self-reflection. You can have inner peace once you have looked at yourself. Once you've done all these things of tearing yourself down and being real, tell me you didn't feel a little bit icky, but it was followed up by all right, cool, like a good energy. I sometimes feel icky when I fucking do that self-reflection. But then all of a sudden a calm comes over me, like, all right, you can do this. It's very much it's a release of self negativity. So when we do that self-reflection, we may not like the feeling as we're doing it. And right after, you're going to feel a little bit off or icky. But then comes that sense of stability and serenity that comes with release of those negative notions of yourself. And it's beautiful sometimes. Sometimes to look within yourself and see all these disgusting things that we truly have, and we can acknowledge it and try to move forward from it. It's very releasing. I like it cold, Lady Phoenix. This is better than hot. I like this weather. Um, Once you find that center and that peace, be grateful for it. Be grateful to yourself for allowing yourself to look at yourself in that way and fashion. Be grateful to God for allowing you the mind to do introspection and releasing these negative energies. Be grateful to Santa Muerte, if you're devoted, for her having the sense to cut away these ties with her scythe. But again, peace will come if you do these things and hold yourself accountable and others accountable for the way they treat you. Be grateful for today, but be grateful for all the mistakes, all the errors, all the pains that you have had thrown at you in your lifetime, because that is what molded you and that's what made you strong. And moving forward, we're going to take that negativity, we're going to take all that negative energy, all that pain and suffering, and use it for tomorrow. We're going to get it and wield it like a sword, because we have the knowledge of the mistakes we made. We have the feelings of the pain we've endured. We have all that. So moving forward, we can avoid, dodge, and weave towards a better tomorrow for you. So all that pain, all that negativity, use it for yourself, for tomorrow, for your children's tomorrow, for your grandkids tomorrow. That energy you have from yesterday and the years before that has been bad, you can take that. And all that good energy too that you've had before, you can use that and say, this is what I want. I want the smiles. I want the happiness. I want the abundance. I want the serenity in my life. It's easy to say, it's hard to do. Beautiful, Lady Phoenix. Estamos iguales, como dicen. Once that happens, practice humility, have integrity, and be honest with yourself and others moving forward. Whenever somebody asks me how you're doing, I'm like, I'm good. I could be dying. I'm good. I got to be honest. I'm like, I'm all right. You know, things could be better, blah, 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 blah. Be honest, be humble, have integrity. Yeah, you can ask me anything, Amy Hilton. The most difficult thing for me to do, the most difficult thing for me to do is to let shit go. To let shit go. If I have a grudge, I don't want to let it go. If I have a pain, I want to remember that shit, because fuck that. The most difficult thing for me to do is to let it go. And I can't learn that. I want to learn that. But I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be a hypocrite. But I'm going to tell you, let shit go. If someone can teach me how to let shit go, I'm open to it. I'm not here to teach. I'm also here to learn. He might be in trouble, Amy. Why did he do it away? I mean, you won't be in trouble. You won't be in trouble. If he did it because, he's trying to assert dominance over you because, that shit, he might be in trouble. Did he throw it away? Do you know where it's at? Can you get it out the trash? All that shit. But you won't be in trouble. When I say that it's hard for me to let shit go, I hold on to things from 20 years ago that I wish I would have acted differently, or, oh, that fool said this to me. You don't know where it's at? It's okay. Go check the trash. I would. I'd go check the trash right now. When did he do that? I'm sorry, Hawk baby. Oh, 2 years ago. She's still with you. You can venerate her. You don't need an altar. But your boyfriend is a bit of an asshole. He should have told you, and you could have made arrangements to put her elsewhere or have someone take her. Anyways, I hope you get. Yeah, this is what today's about. Working ourselves. I may cleanse myself of negative energies from others, but again, I really don't know how to let shit go sometimes. That is my. They gotta respect. Yeah, Jasmine. He should have respected it enough to let you get rid of it in a more kind manner. Unfortunately, there's people that are self-righteous that think they're working in God's behalf, and it's just not the way it goes. That's the thing is forgiveness from my heart. It's not simple for me. So this is me being vulnerable to you guys right now. In self-reflection, I realize I can't let shit go sometimes. I may be petty. I hold a grudge and I can't let shit go. And I don't know how to do that. Like I can forgive people and I can move forward, but it doesn't mean I forgive them. I forgive their actions maybe, but I don't forgive them. I don't know if that makes sense. In my mind, that's how I make things all right. I compartment I'm put them in little compartments. Like, all right, I forgive him, but I don't forgive him. I forgive the actions, but I don't forgive the person or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing bad with Santa Muerte. God created her. So again, a lot of people have a misconception of her. Mystic Native, well, you know her because we all know death. It's crazy, crazy, right? Well, Mystic Native, there's a bond between, you know, if you're really a native, which I hope, I'm not being rude, then you have an attachment to everything worldly. The native people do have a strong attachment to the divine, to spiritual stuff and nature, and death is a major part of it. So again, we all have, indigenous, running through us, but there's a connection to the land, to the water, to the dirt. Everything lives and everything dies. And your people know better than no other. You know what I'm saying? They know better than most. So it's in you. No matter what you may think you probably have more within you than you realize. I have a question. It has to be in multiple comments and it may sound ignorant. If you want to inbox me, you can, but go run, rabbit, run. Put your question down. Please report those mofos that try to be me. I'm sorry for the. I apologize. I try to fucking fix this shit. I want to be certified as on TikTok. They won't certify me. I'm not big enough, but whatever. I'm sorry, but please don't fall for it. If someone tries to reach out to you, make sure to verify it's me. Ask for my phone number. My phone number is 310. My name is Victor. Ask for a video call to see me. Like, hey, before, let me video call you real quick. I will never say no. Forgive, though I won't forget. Yes, we do. That's why I'm Mystic Native. And again, if you need further, I'm sure you got elders around you, but if you need more help, let me know. The other me is following me. What's his name? Anyways, I'm serious. If anyone knows how to teach me to let go of old shit, let me know. Yeah, the name is different. There's lots of them. There's more than three. That's okay, Mystic Native. You could inbox me. Yeah, they add like little dots or underscores or this or that or blah blah blah, little periods, question marks, fucking hyphens. Fuck those people. Que se los dio la chingada. Así sea. Anyways, I don't try to be hateful, but they try to fucking, use my image, use my words to fucking swindle you. That pisses me off. May their roads close. May they find fucking, agony today on my behalf. Yeah, I report them too, and I try to tell TikTok. TikTok doesn't do nothing about it. You know, all they care is about, just more viewership. So whatever. I keep trying to get certified so I get that little blue check mark. Um, I have a second account that's pretty much dormant. I made it because I would get canceled a lot, but I never got enough people to fucking follow me on my second account. It's on my fucking thing. Um, anyways, there was a time where I would get canceled a lot, so I was trying to build a second account, and no one ever followed me on my second account, so it's just there. But I have one that's called El Señor de la Muerte, that's mine, that I have on my profile, but no one ever followed me on it. But I was holding it so I could, if I ever go fucking get banned, I have, but no one follows me on that one. I've asked motherfuckers to follow me on that one all the time, and no one ever did. I just let it go. I used to post on it too, but I just stopped because no one really goes to visit it. So, you know, eh, eh. Anyways, have I said enough today about the subjects? Should I continue? Should I move forward? Or what? Should I move forward? All right, run, rabbit, run. I'll look at it right now in a little bit. All right. Anyways, I feel strongly about the message today. And hopefully you guys that were here listening to the bullshit I'm saying, you guys can have clarity. Um, I'm grateful you found me crazy. And I hope that the words that are said here are not just taken as, again, I like to have a good time. I like to laugh. I make inappropriate jokes, all this shit. But ultimately, I want to make sure that the words that I speak reflect my devotion to my Santa Muerte and my God. There's many times that I would be lost without her and him. She brought me back to God in a sense. Like I didn't like to go to church, so there was a reason for it. I felt disjointed, unloved, unwanted. I felt I felt damned for a while. She found me, she cleaned me up. Over the years, she's made me what I am today. And she brought me back to God under my own, way of thinking and whatnot. But she brought me back to God. And I will always be humble and thankful for that experience to have gone through the fucking, rigors and ups and downs. And, it's been a ride for me. And again, my devotion doesn't come from just, oh, it's super cool, yo. My devotion comes from acts and real life accounts of spiritual miracles. I've experienced miracles firsthand. I've given people things that I never knew I could. I have fixed people not knowing how I did it, but it was done through the grace of God in Santa Muerte. So, am I a believer? Fuck yeah. This is not an account where I come to be like a fool and act like a clown just to be a clown and for likes and for whatever. This is an account where I feel that I come here to try to spread good spiritual messages. What's up, David? Dude? I think it's the truth though, crazy. And SD David, that fucking that dog Grim. Oh my god, he really is a fucking diva, bro. He throws pout. He pouts now. If he goes to the fucking door and he doesn't get the food at that moment, he fucking starts to pout like a little bitch. I don't know what you guys did to that dog, but he just is not like a fucking dude. I still like him though. Crazy. Right now, I'll get off the live. Do you have time to talk right now, Crazy, or not right now? They got super sensitive, bro. Like that fool looks at me from the outside like that, bro. You know, he's a fucking bulldog or a fucking like dick. All right. Do you prefer a call or a video call there, Crazy? All right. Any questions before I wrap this session up? Dude, that dog just like he did a whole turnaround. He's not the same dog that you guys took. He came back a fucking spoiled punk for real. But that's good. That means you guys did a good message. I mean, you guys did a good thing. You guys treated him right. It's not your fault, bro. I'm just a bad dog owner, I guess. I told you, bro. I save animals and I love animals, but I don't love them like that. You don't need a scythe, but I'd get one. I mean, if I ever see a real scythe, I might fucking buy it. You know what? I've gone to thrift stores and all this shit and farm places. I've always looked for a cool scythe, like a real cool, like an actual scythe. I've never found one, I guess, because they might be fucking dangerous. Um, but I'm sure there's some scythes out there in farmland USA that look super cool in some barn. You know what I mean? I'm looking for an old barn fine scythe. Um, I do, Sharky. I've put other stuff on her altar like that. I don't want to say the names because I don't want to give no bad information, but I've put things that are pointy and things that go bang bang on her altar. I do. Um, you know what I mean? Okay. Bro, ain't no way you're gonna find a fucking old ass scythe in San Diego, bro. Like no way. Um, but if like I'm pretty sure somewhere in Kansas, there's an old scythe in some barn somewhere, bro. You know what I mean? Like this, I want the one that looks like this. You know what I mean? Like a scythe that just looks like like a reaper, bro. It's just, but that's a wet dream, and I'm pretty sure one day I'll see one, but we'll see. Anyways, any questions before I go? I'm going on about look. I'm gonna wait to the 2 hour mark to get off. Um, so I want to go into a more positive thing because I know what I talked about all morning probably seems like this fool's being negative. I don't want you to guys to take my words for negativity. And whenever I sound like a dick and being a jerk, it's me trying to be realistic, and it's not me trying to be, like I don't sugarcoat shit. But I know we live in a time where people like sugarcoat it on everything. You found a set of Santa Muerte altars a few months ago. Where at, Crypto Sentinel? Are you a believer or you just found them? One white in Houston. Where'd you find them at? Houston, like abandoned? Like abandoned, abandoned? And where'd you find the altars? What'd you do with them? Or did you find them and you saw them because they were, or did you find them abandoned? Is what I'm asking. I'm sorry. By the way, I know you guys can hear it. It's subtle, but I love the sound of rain. It is so tranquil. It is so peaceful. It is awesome. You took a picture of it. I want to go outside and sit on the porch. If I need a rocking chair in the fucking porch. I'd go outside right now and chill. Oh yeah, I want to go outside right now. I want to go outside in the rain. Yep, I want to go out ride. Mhm. I took a pic. Well, let me see it. Crypto Sentinel. Was it abandoned or what? Yeah, in the rain. Oh my God, thunderstorms. You wanna know what's fucking silly? I'm a big softy at heart, right? In a thunderstorm, I wanna be in bed, cuddled up. That's the life right there. You know, that's just the life. I like being in the rain, but a thunderstorm that's loud and uh awesome. But did it belong to somebody, crypto, or was it abandoned? That's the question. Anyways, with mushrooms, fuck, I'm talking about yeah, fucking David. So thunderstorms are fucking they're soothing to me. It's a good source of release. You can go outside and let that shit hit you, and it'll wash again for real. Go outside if it's raining where you're at. Let that water wash away all your pain and sorrow. You know, yeah, just go and let that water wipe away all that shit for real. But with it being so, it must be their, it must be their altar. So it's not abandoned. They probably just have it outside. So that's cool. I wonder if are they were they big statues? Were they big? I mean, if you have pictures, my number is on all my fucking videos, crypto. If you want to send me the pictures, I want to see because I want to see what an outdoors like altar looks like. That looks abandoned. That might be awesome. Yeah, I believe that the waters from a rain, if you go outside under the right conditions, under the right mindset, it could heal you. It could take away some sorrows and pains and stuff like that. So again, water is very healing. Now I don't know about running. I'm good, Mayra. How are you? I didn't hear back from you. ¿Cómo estás? All right, bro. Thank you, brother. All right. I'll talk to you soon. I'll check your message right now. And right now, I'm gonna make some phone calls. I haven't had breakfast. I haven't had lunch. I haven't had my medication, so I'm gonna get off right now. And I haven't had cake. Isn't that crazy? I haven't had cake. I'm gonna beat this shit like a dead horse. How much is your Santa Muerte with different colors? I got a few. Let me see which ones. What size you want? I don't got cake. That's the problem. I know you guys weren't here earlier, but last night I talked about it earlier today. We talked about offerings for the altar, and somebody brought up cake. Then someone else said cake, and it was like tres leches cake, pound cake, fucking red velvet cake, and all this shit. And I wanted cake so bad, and then I woke up still wanting cake. Nah, I don't. I don't like choco flan. I like flan by itself. Look. There's certain things that shouldn't go together. I like chocolate cake. I like flan, but I like them individually by themselves, respectively. When you put it on the cake, you get a dried out flan with no really goodness and a half wannabe tres leches cake that is not even moist. It looks like somebody fucking it felt like somebody just, you know, uh I made a chocolate cake with Oreo whipped filling and Oreo butter cream. You need to go get one ASAP. Yo, Jasmine, why you teasing me? I don't bake. I'm not a baker. I don't know how to bake. Where do I get one? But if you like choco flan, that's good for you. I'm just saying, me personally, that's what I like flan stand alone. Like that shit is bomb. I don't I don't bake, and I'm gonna say this. The truth is also my oven don't work. My oven don't work. Yep, my oven don't work either. I am diabetic. I'm willing to go to a sugar coma right now because I want cake. I'm gonna go see what I got in the fucking pantry. I gotta have something sweet that takes away that urge. But I don't want to make pancakes. Pancakes don't take it. I don't like pancakes. I don't like pancakes. Since yesterday, I wanted cake. I had fruit last night. I had half a melon for that sweetness, and it didn't do it. It didn't do it. Dennis Medrano. I tried I did. I don't want no punk ass fucking mug cake. Like, nah, I want some cake. I want some cake, not some fucking let's put it in the oven and it feels like fucking froth. That's fucking, oh no. I don't got mangoes. I don't French toast is not gonna take away my cake craving though. I'm gonna have to fucking do something about this. I'm getting a call. I'll call them back. I'll call her back after I call you, crazy. That's the shit. I don't even got a Twinkie. I don't got a Twinkie. You know what? I had like last night, I'm not gonna lie, I had half of the melon, but I took a shot of insulin. So in the middle of the night, my sugars dropped. So I ate some little chocolate pastry. I love gancitos. Gancitos are my favorite. Fuck a Twinkie. Gancitos all day, every day. Put that shit in the freezer, put it in the fridge, nice and cold. That shit is yummy. Oh my god. There's not a good bakery around me. Fuck. Frozen. Hmm. You haven't had a gansito until you had it fucking from the freezer. Like, I don't know who does it or who doesn't do it, but gansitos will fucking run laps around a fucking Twinkie, run laps around a Singer, run laps around any of those fucking like, oh, gansitos. Chocolate covered goodness. Now I want a gansito. Ya ves, cabrona? Fuck. All right, anyways, any questions before I go? And don't bring up no more cake, because this is fucking torture. Oh, how's it going, Vamp Girl? ¿Cómo estás? I'm sorry I missed that. I was too busy talking about cake. Sorry, Vampy Girl. It's just cake got me fucking confused. Hey, Mary Bear. So any more questions or any more commentary, any comments on the things we talked about today? Tell me if you guys did actual reflection. Make sure that today is a day to release. Um, it's going, Vampy Girl. I'm about to get off this live in a little bit and make some phone calls, go find something to eat, go not bake a cake. Right, Bomboncito? You were here last night. It was all about cake for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh man, I really want cake. When will you be live again? I'll be back. I'll be live in a little bit, like maybe in a few hours. I'm gonna get off. I gotta write tomorrow's stuff, and then I come back and I record it, and I'll be on the live. Crazy. I want cake, yo. I know you're far from me, but god dang it. So you were here too. I mean, I was like, oh my god, I want cake. And the fucking fucked up thing about it is I woke up like this. Ready? I want cake. I woke up like, cake? Anyone cake? I popped my eyes open. I was like, cake? There was no cake to be seen. Anyways, it is what it is. If God and Santa Muerte want me to have cake, it'll happen somehow. If not, maybe I'm not supposed to. Anyways, any questions or any comments? I think we should get off the cake subject. Oh my God, what type of cake do I like? Here we go. I like, my favorite cake is between carrot cake and tres leches cake. Tres leches cake has to be done right. And the carrot cake cannot be super sweet. Like, I hate when they put that sort of sugary ass fucking shit on top. I like the cream cheese that's subtle, not overly sweet. Because some carrot cakes, that fucking cream cheese topping, that frosting, is so fucking sweet that it overpowers the carrot cake. Yes, I love carrot cake. I give her offerings. I don't just pray. I give her offerings. I do. Carrot cake would be good. I love carrot. That is my favorite cake, carrot cake. But it's tied with like a good tres leches cake. Um, I like cornbread. After that, all cake is fair game. Chocolate cake, vanilla cake, you know, fucking sprinkle cake. After that, cake is cake. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound really wrong. There hasn't been a cake that I just said, ugh, I'm not gonna eat it. Even if it's fucking dry, I'll eat it. You know what I mean? Like, I like moist cake, but if it's cake, it's cake. I don't know what to tell you. Like, cake is cake, but like my favorite cake that hands down will go above it is a good carrot cake, and then a good tres leches cake. After that, cake, just give me cake. I don't mind sharing which one my first one, but she's downstairs, Vampy Girl. I've shown her a lot. If you want, next time I'm on the live, I'll do my live from downstairs and I'll show you my very first statue. Like she's my prized possession, I guess, but she's the one. But she's downstairs, so I don't want to run downstairs and shit with the camera and be like, oops, I fell. Um, so not even a camera, just a phone. Anyways, yeah, carrot cake, tres leches cake, chocolate cake. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna I'm gonna rephrase that. I like chocolate cake. There's a fucking cake at Costco or even Claim Jumpers that is cake, just chocolate cake with chocolate fucking frosting on top. Oh my god! And the one at Claim Jumpers has walnuts on it. Holy shit! Yeah, chocolate cake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's up there too. I like banana nut bread, but chocolate cake. Ugh. Yeah, I just remember that shit right now because I'm thinking about cake. So it's chocolate cake, carrot cake, and tres leches cake. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all been to Cream Jumpers or Costco? That cake that's just chocolate, that fucking cake from Claim Jumpers, 7 layers of chocolatey goodness with walnuts on top. Oh shit. Nah, I like chocolate. Which one's the most expensive ones? The most expensive ones were the ones that are brown. I have two of them that are saying that it's blocked right now, but they're my Guardian ones. They were most expensive. I bought them from Los Angeles. They were on someone else's. There was a church in LA, it's still there, and I walked in and I liked them. And at the time, I was very much in a better place financially, and I made them an offer they couldn't refuse. They're from the church on Melrose in LA, in Los Angeles. It's a pretty well known church in Los Angeles, but I walked in and I spoke to the lady. I'm like, how much for those? And she said, nah. And I said, well, look, how much? And I brought them home. Do they always have? No, it could be any flower. So the ones right there that have the Aztec headdress, there's two that are identical, and I bought them to be my guardians, of my house and this altar. I don't remember. I just know it wasn't cheap. Like I don't want to say it. It doesn't matter. Price don't matter. Like if I have it for her, you know, it's not a big deal. At the time I was doing like in here. Um and they were at the church in LA on Melrose. Like they were actually in a little church. So I was like, fuck it, I want it. There was a statue I wanted that was too expensive. It was a statue of Mary from World War II that was in a place. They wanted 10,000 for it. But the super cool part is that this was a statue of Mary from a church in Italy during World War II. And I guess half her face got blown off, or it was like all fucked up. And they wanted 10,000 for it because of its origin and all this shit. But they wanted 10 G's for it. I didn't have it. But in my eyes, I saw Santa Muerte in that. And I vowed if I ever had money and that shit was ever available for me to buy again, I would buy it. It's preference. I put red on her altar. But if I have a green apple, I'll put it on the same. But I prefer red to put on her altar for some reason because it's sweet. Red apples are sweeter. She likes sweetness, so she likes probably red apples better. Yeah, she'll tell you what she wants, but red apples are sweeter. So she has a sweet tooth. So I would go with what's sweeter. I talked about this last night, and I'm gonna show you guys because I want you guys to know this was a peach. This was a peach, and I put on the altar for about a week or so. And this is what happened to the peach. I mean, I was amazed how quickly it went. It was just so I keep this now. This was consumed at a rapid pace and it got petrified in about a week or so. And this was a peach. It's not a saladito. It's not any of that shit. This was a peach. If you know what a saladito is, it looks just like that, but this was a peach that in a week or so got totally consumed or whatever the fuck. And I was like, oh wow, that's cool. She must have liked that shit. I get a tug whenever I fucking eat anything sweet, but I'd tug you too if you're eating Oreos next to me. Like, shit, give me one. Like, fuck that. Um. Anyways, what signs do you get from her? You name them, I get them. Um. I get visions. I get dreams. I get shadows moving. People swear that my statues move on the live, and my kid sees my statues move. Supposedly, he's like, "Dad, they're moving." That look, I've seen one. I've seen her right there. Her. I've been in bed, and I swear I see her just look at me real quick, and I'd be like, "All right, cool." Um, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get off and go start a phone call, and then I'm gonna go and get some food, and then go mope around because I'm sure I got no cake. I would have found that already. And then I'll be content to just fucking find some bullshit to eat, and then I'll be back after I do my phone calls and finish tomorrow's lectures and prayers. Um, Crazy. Do me a favor, if you can right now when I get off the live, video call me by whatever app you have so I can like um answer. And we can do a video call so you can verify it's me. Hey Jayla Rose, how are you? I'll be back later, but tomorrow I try to be here in the morning, but tomorrow I go pick up my son for our day. And then every Wednesday, just so y'all know, every Wednesday I get my kids, and most weekends I have my children. So whenever I have my kids, I try not to, you know, I try to give them all the time that they deserve. So, um, I hope you guys understand. Um, and if you don't, too fucking bad, actually. I'm sorry. I'm a dick. I know. What a jerk. But um, I try to do a live before I go. I could light you one here for luck and abundance. For like, you know, do you want me to just light it, or you want me to do shit for it? Just light it, or just because I could light one for you and you could give me like 15, $20 and I'll put it on my altar. But if you want me to do like some shit to it, like really like, do my thing, I was charging 45, but if you're struggling, Jayla, let me know what you can afford. Nah, I would never apologize for that run, rabbit run. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand. Let's see if that works. 'Cause I don't know if I have that shit, but You don't have WhatsApp or anything? Because I know you don't have a. I have an Apple phone. Do you want to just do a call? You trust it's me? I just like doing video calls because it's always better to. I mean, I want you guys to verify it's me. All right, let's look. I'm gonna get off the live and I'll figure it out. You're a single mom of 7. God damn. You got a basketball team and alternates on that bitch already. Woof. Crazy. All right, Jayla Rose. Yeah, you need help. Send me a message and whatever you can afford to donate, because I don't want to take, food out of your children's mouth. All right. Yeah, nah, you need help. No more babies, right? Damn. I have 2 and I'm like, fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna get off this. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I'll wait for you to message me real quick, crazy. Again, lovely. Thank you for being here. Like, I see you like my video or my live, the entire live, so I really do appreciate you. Shit. Let's get let's get to 40,000 before I go. Just for the fuck of it. I just noticed that I got 39,000 likes. Let's get about 40,000 if you guys don't mind. Just get me there and I'll get off. Yeah, I know you gave me your number and I got your text, but you want to just call then? You know it's me, right? Thank you so much for the gift, Taurus Queen 91. May you be blessed now forever. My Santa Muerte. Oh shit, we got 40,000 quick. All right, then we got there. Should we go to 45 or just fuck it? Get off. I'll get off now. I'm not gonna push it. Thank you for my gifts, everybody. I appreciate it. Gracias por estar aquí. Um, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna make some phone calls really quick. Go find some food. Go get my meds in, and go not have cake. Anyways, I'll be back. Thank you so very much for the love, the support. I really do appreciate you guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, no fucking cake, crazy. That's crazy, crazy. Telling you. I'm telling you, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable.